Now you're a blind snapper who keeps the head up throughout the snap like a lot of centers do. The important thing is, of course, don't pop up during the snap or step forward, because during a long snap, you got a long way to accelerate that ball. The energy needs to be back in the hips towards your target. Okay. If you pop up early, you're going to send half your energy in the wrong direction, weakening the snap. You're also going to cut short your follow through, weakening your accuracy, or hurting your accuracy. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's important to keep what we call head neutral. Keep that head down until the ball is gone, and then do what comes next. All right. It's a hard skill to learn. It's just a discipline, but you got to focus on that to be the best you can be. All right. Coming into camp, a couple of things we saw. A little overextended downfield. That ball's too far out in front of you. Okay. And the way we can tell a lot of times is if the knees are ahead of the toes. It looked to me on film like your heels were a little off the ground. That's another giveaway. Okay. Now, you're off balance to begin with. Now, your knees weren't over, too far north, but you were kind of up on the toes. It was kind of a different thing. It's just based on the way you're built, probably. Okay. So you're too weight forward because of the overextension, and you're falling forward at the finish because if you're off balance at the beginning, you're going to be off balance at the end, pretty much. Okay. You also were popping up at the finish. Might be a habit of being a center. It might be a habit of simply catching yourself so you don't fall over. We get you solid on your feet, it's going to be great. And at this point, you are kind of all arms. The more we can integrate the legs and the torso into the snap, the gut crunch, the better off you'll be. Really? Well, probably because leg drive may be vertical, and if we can channel it back into the hips towards your target, I bet we can nail that down. How'd you do on the power drills over there? Did you? Okay. Let me see if I can manipulate you into an ideal position, and let's see if we can get the legs involved without messing up the snap, okay? Go ahead and hop in. And you're a blind snapper, so I can't really put a ball under your chin to hold you down, but I can shove the shoulders through to give you a feel for it, and I can hold a ball over your head or a hand to keep you from popping up, okay? First thing I'm going to do is three-step you. You were overextended, kind of stiff-armed too, and we don't want to be tense. That'll tighten you up and slow you down. You ready? I'm going to pull you forward. That gets knee bend to 90 degrees or less, straightens the back, fully extends the arms. Then I'm going to raise you up, maximizing operating room under the torso. Last thing I'm going to do is push you back into the hips towards your target till the heels touch the ground, knees are over the toes, you're solid on your feet. That, to me, looks like a good aggressive football stance. Now, are you getting a good spiral?
Not really.
Okay. This hand needs to be more perpendicular to the ball. Can you adjust that grip accordingly?
It feels weird.
Okay. Try it once. If you hate it, we'll go back. Roll the strings under to cock the wrist a little. You have to bring the ball a little closer. Get this hand more on top of the ball. Positive fingertip pressure. Try to throw with both hands and snap both thumbs to the sky at release. Just give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Okay. I don't know. But I can tell you, if you hated it, we'll find something else that works. But generally, to get a good spiral on a football, you don't want your hand in line with the ball like this. You want it more perpendicular so you can make a throw. All this is a throw between the legs. Do you throw football pretty well? Get your throwing grip with your hand. Okay, I want you to keep that grip, so it's a little different, but that's fine. Let's get down, let's snap it. Don't change that grip. Okay? You do like to put that ball way out in front of you. Just be sure it doesn't pull your weight forward off balance. Lift the ball up for a second. You feel solid on your feet? Now set it down. I want you to snap a football from right there. Let's see what happens. Not bad. How'd it feel? Perfect setup will lead to a perfect snap. With balance and stability, that wherever that arrow is pointed, where the upper and lower body meet, that's where the ball is going to be directed. And that was right on his hip. Okay? Spiral wasn't bad, but I want you doing the TV drill at home, where you basically lay down, practice rolling it off all 10 fingers. The more you handle a football and work on that release and snap, the better off you'll be with that as well. Okay, let's set you up one more time. Okay, so you're a little stiff-armed, a little overextended, kind of forward and up on your heels. What I did is I raised the front end a little. A blind snapper generally wants to be horizontal, shoulders to hips. Then I pushed the weight back a little to get you solid on your feet. That's all we did. Let's give it a shot. How'd that feel?
Good.
Okay. Now you started to throw your head.
Slow it down, though.
It is. You're moving slowly. Let's say it one more time, Taylor. Now, you started to throw the head down and through. You don't have to do that as a long snapper. But if you find you like it, a lot of snappers feel they get more power because throwing the head down through helps you channel that energy back towards your target. So you need to figure out today and tomorrow where you feel the best results are, and let's start going with one way of doing it because you've only got 3 or 4 weeks before camp. Any questions?
No.
You're looking pretty good. Ready, Gage? We're just making sure you're set up right. Don't get in that habit of getting too far forward. You need to be balanced and stable. Good hard two-handed throw. Don't pop that head up, son. Looking pretty sharp. When you're that well set up, you're going to be able to throw harder and harder without throwing high or losing control. Keep the head down, stay balanced and stable, throw it hard. That's an excellent, excellent long snap.